On a day-by-day basis, the subconscious mind runs our biology about 95 to 99% of the time. So while you're having all these wonderful thoughts, that's not the conscious mind's not running the show. It's a subconscious mind. The programs that we got, that's the source of the problems that most of us face. The subconscious is the driver until you own the responsibility to stand in the front, put your hands on the wheel, and drive the vehicle yourself. The moment you do that, you have power. The energy fields out there, our thoughts are the energy field, so can we tap into it? In fact, if you're tapped into your thoughts, then you're already tapped in the energy field because the thought isn't material or mechanical in the first place. It is the energy field. So let's say if I hold a magnet right here in front of you, you can see the magnet, but what you can't see is the invisible magnetic field. And so what it says is, well, we are physical things in our world, like physical bodies. We're immersed in fields, electromagnetic fields, magnetic fields itself, all kinds of fields like telephone, cell phone fields, television fields, radio fields, whole ranges. When you're in sound, and they're nice pure sounds, you entrain or entangle with the sounds. That's why music, historically from the ancient Greeks, they already knew music was profoundly important in healing, and that was like, what, 5,000 or more years ago. Their systems try to entrain with each other. And so if one is out of harmony and one is in harmony, then the significance is when they come together, the tendency is to drive them both toward harmony. Sound, of course, is the element that music was transmitting this harmony to the system, and the system takes it in. And this is why people use music to relax and get into a lower state, which takes away the stress of the system. Every atom is a vibrating source of energy. And so while we have the illusion that I can see you, you can see me, I tell the audience, you can't see me in the dark. And the significance is, why can I see you? Not because you're physical, but the light bounces off the energy and then is reflected back. I see a reflection of you. It appears to be like you're really physically there. You are there, but you're really there in energy, because every atom is energy. And if an atom is energy and molecules are made from atoms, molecules are energy. And molecules make cells. Cells are got to be energy, and cells make us. They have a force field which gives them that character of being physical. They reflect light so I can see them, and lo and behold, the energy universe becomes what we see as the physical universe, except in truth, as quantum physics reveals, it's all energy, it's all vibration. If you are energy and you want to communicate with energy, how would you do it? And the answer is, with energy itself. Energy communicates with energy. And so vibrational frequencies and sound and light and electromagnetic fields, all these are forms of vibrational energy. That is the language that our atoms respond to, because they themselves are energy. Matter of fact, every atom gives off light and energy, and every atom absorbs light and energy. That's a fundamental law of physics. Now you say, okay, I'm creating a healing frequency, I'm creating a healing sound. And I say, yeah, of course, by the nature of atoms, when they're resonant, when they're in harmony, they will absorb the energy from that. And that's called, in physics term, it's an interference. The energy of the sound you make is interfering with the energy of the body, but there's two kinds of interference. One is called constructive interference, and one is called destructive interference. And both of them are necessary for healing, because sometimes you want to enhance something, and sometimes you want to bring down the vibration of something. So you use energy interference, which is fundamental to the new physics and fundamental to the new energy medicine. What's new about this? 5,000 years ago, at least they were talking about this. But today we have technology to read it, but they knew about it that long ago. Piezoelectric activity. Piezoelectric is a complicated scientific name, But many people are familiar with piezoelectricity. For example, if you have a gas stove, and what you're going to do is you want to turn the gas on. So as you turn it on, then you hear click, 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 click. And I say, well, what's going on? And then all of a sudden the light lights up. I say, well, what was going on? And the answer is, there's a piezo crystal, and when you turn on the switch, there's a little hammer that bang, 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 bangs the crystal. Every time you bang a piezoelectric crystal, what it does is it gives off an electric spark. So that's why you put that piezo crystal in the gas flame area, you hit the crystal, the spark comes off, and you ignite the gas. Well, bones are piezoelectric, and there's a couple of reasons why. Number one, when you stand on a bone or you put pressure on a bone, you are the same as hammering the bone, and you're sending electricity activity through the bone. This electrical activity determines where the bone is going to build extra strength, because that's where the pressure is coming from. So it knows where to build bone by the direction of the electricity. So, for example, your posture is very critical. Let's say a woman wears flat shoes, and her posture, the bone and the energy hitting the bone is going straight up and down, okay? And the bone will build its strength up and down to resist the force of gravity. If she puts on high heel shoes, guess what? She changes the angle. Now the angle of the electricity comes at a different angle and builds up the bone in a different way to, again, it's always accommodating gravity. So all of this is related to what? Electricity and vibration and harmony. And it's also recognized that sound can generate electricity as well. So when we start putting all of this together, you start to see that tuning and vibration of the nervous system, something that Palmer talked about in regard to chiropractic, applies to the understanding of sound healing as well. When you can help people cause their joints to respond different to the vibration, you can eliminate and ease pain, okay? So that sound would be a very adaptive, constructive interference that would enable people to reduce the pain and joint problems, especially where there's a synovial fluid issue. So again, and that's related to energy and vibration and harmony, which is the new way of looking at biology. When you get a music that expresses a nice flow and harmonic resonance to it, it entrains you, and it causes the mind to stop with all that stress and calm down and try to become more, harmonious and more flowing. If you can just do that, it would be a primary incentive for the body to heal itself, because it heals itself when you stop your stress. And this is why the nature of sleep was so important. Sleep says, okay, shut off that mind. The mind is interfering with the system. When you go to sleep, and the operation of the mind, which is creating all that thinking about, oh my God, can I pay the rent? Can I fix the car? How's my relationship? All those stresses at night shut off, and that's when the body says, oh, okay, this is our opportunity to heal. But why wait until nighttime? And so it's really interesting, as you start to find harmony and bring it into your life, you get healthier. It's the new science that is changing our perception of the world. It's a new science that recognizes there was a garden on this planet. There was a garden, and garden by its definition is cooperation and harmony. And the way we have been living, we've destroyed the garden. And the fact is, we are part of that garden. If the garden starts to undergo a destruction, by definition, so are we. So as we stress the environment, we become stressed. And what's the answer? Go back to the garden. Bring back the harmony. Bring back the vibration. And it's so simple to do it that way. For, thousands of years, this is recognized, so why would it be any different today? We don't have to spend a lot of money for that. You don't have to pay for very expensive prescriptions. You can buy a CD in some cases and have that sound wash over you, and that's a lot more effective and healthier than going the conventional allopathic route.